Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday.
Hello, Walnut. It is me, Laz, here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. I am wanting to talk this week about something that I've noticed since I've been off sick. And it is this really dominant bully demon coming up. I'm getting lots and lots of intrusive thoughts. So let me know when you've ever felt unwell or if you've had times where you've been a little bit not yourself and your body's working hard on immunity stuff, that I've just been noticing really, really nasty thoughts kind of bubbling back up. And I do put it down to all of my literal physical energy cells are pushing towards making my body better physically. So it's almost like I've my guard has been let down for the strength and grit that it takes to be a happy, delicious, wonderful walnut. And so I wanted to talk a little bit on a woo-woo level about a couple of these things, because I think they kind of go hand in hand. And I think one of the main things that I sort of wanted to bring up was when we do let our guard down, and when we are not really focusing on love and light and high vibes, it does give opportunity for shadow and entities and darker things to sort of bubble up to the surface. I think the difference between being a warrior and a warrior, I'm worried, is that strength and that grit that it actually does take. And I think that's why I get so funny about the trends and how being woke is a new thing at the moment, because everything is oh my god, love and light, high vibe, I've just got my crystal and I smoke all the thing, because it's there's actually two sides to every coin, and you need to have strength in both. And so for me, I've had an experience where I've noticed this bully demon come up, and I've talked about it in a couple of containers. And in some instances, it's been what are the thoughts? What can you do to, how can we stomp that? And it's I don't actually want to. I don't need to completely disregard my bully demon. I actually love my bully demon. My bully demon is a part of me. And I think this is the little woo-woo thing that I wanted to share with you, that where the difference lies. I have been walking alongside my bully demon for a really long time now, so I know when that thought is genuinely coming from my voice in my head. Also, did you know that some people don't have voices in their head? I can't, it freaks me out. But I know that my bully demon is a part of me and my voice, and it's a part of keeping me safe and, trying to keep me small by keeping me safe, by saving me from the saber-toothed lion and all the psychology things that they tell you. However, disclaimer, and you know me, Walnut, I love horror movies, I love anything dark, and I do believe in yin and yang. There is dark and light, and it has to simultaneously flow together to be life, and to keep things not balanced but in this flow. I do believe that there are external things that can come up and look and feel well, not look but feel they are bully demon when they are external little entity things. And I don't want to I just preface, this is so woo-woo, so if you are not into my crazy lady Laz speaks, we don't need to listen to this episode. We don't need to contribute. It's fine if it's not for you. But one of my teachers sort of has described, I've done this class on sort of like entities and things like that, and without getting into the big scary things, there are like low level things that don't necessarily like have a consciousness, but they like all work together in like a school of fish kind of way, where it just like it's like I don't have words. If you're watching, I'm like waving my hands around or not. But they kind of like latch onto your brain, and I've had them described to me as like you could kind of like energetically imagine, like, you know, that thing on the Matrix that like goes into Neo's belly button and looks kind of tadpole-ish. I think the TV show like Legion has a little bit of like imagery for that as well. And they kind of like latch on the back of your brain, and they kind of like project in mean thoughts about yourselves. And I think they're trying to make you like be depressed and get down on yourself, and, you know, worse outcomes. And the key difference between them, I think, is I have had this before. So Walnut, tell me if you've ever had an experience like this, where you've just been like doing the thing, and then all of a sudden a really mean thought pops up, and you're like, what the heck? Like, it's not even like normal bullying, and you're like, what the hell? Where did that come from? And sometimes it's not even like in your voice, in your head voice. Those are little indicators that, you know, there's something external trying to bring you down, essentially, not to scare you. And I just wanted to bring this up because it's becoming really like prominent in this, that I'm feeling so much bully demon at the moment. But I'm also being faced with a lot of like, how can we get rid of it? How can, you know, and I'm talking about two different topics here now. I realize as I'm sort of rambling, but bully demon is there a part of me, a part of my inner head voice, to try and keep me safe and to really help me like question what I'm doing and make choices, right? So I acknowledge it. I know that it's there. Other external mean thoughts or things, entities that are trying to latch on and make you do bad things, are not a part of me. And I've only had this like a couple of times, and I think that's because the difference is between being like a love and light warrior and a warrior. You know, like, I think it actually takes so much more to be spiritual, or to be like, you know, spiritually equipped for things, because I think we just sort of jump into trends and fads and stuff without actually knowing like the background, or knowing that, like, you know, you can't have good without bad, you can't have good without evil, can't have light without dark, and that's the key to being able to walk with bully demon and know the difference when it's bully demon or something else. So yeah. I don't really have a moral of my episode, Walnut, other than I'm just feeling lots of different things, really. Pretty like a butthole, and noticing like feeling really apathetic and feeling really sorry for myself. I bet I'll get my period and be like, oh, what was I thinking? So I'm feeling quite emotional. But I just wanted to share that with you, that there are other things, but to notice them is the best first step, right? That's when you can make a difference, is to just start noticing something. Then you can make changes. Then you can decide what action you're going to take. As soon as you notice a thought, be it a bully demon or other, you can decide what you want to do. You can decide to be brave. You can decide to do nothing if that's what you're deciding. That's still a choice. So that's, yeah, sort of what I wanted to talk about really quickly on an episode. And it's, you know, that's why it's so much easier as well to, you know, have a bad day when one thing's gone wrong in a series of like a really fine and normal happy day, and one thing goes wrong, and it's so easy just to sink into that thing. And there's so many other factors at play, and I think it takes a lot to be really like energetically equipped to be strong enough and be brave enough and walnut enough to know the difference between the things. Anyway, I'm really rambling here, Walnut. So let me know if you resonate. I feel like I could talk more on this, but I kind of need a discussion point to ping pong back to you and respond to. So if you enjoy the woo-woos, let's chat more woo-woos inside the walnut tree. And yeah, other than that, I'll talk to you next week. Have a happy Walnut Wednesday, and know that you've got this. And your bully demon, it's not something to be disregarded. It's something to just help you make choices in a different way. So when you're noticing stuff or noticing thoughts, celebrate that you notice them, because that's a big deal. There are a lot of ignorance is bliss, people running around not even caring about anything. So if anything, if you're getting these thoughts, it means that you care. It means that you have empathy, and it means that you're actually a lovely walnut. So do celebrate when you notice the thoughts, but then really ask yourself, is this true? And once you notice, then you can make a choice and make a decision from there. So I hope this helps. Anyway, so I'm going on my merry journey. I'm going to go feel a bit more sorry for myself and continue to do so and let the feelings be felt. But have a happy Walnut Wednesday, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.